Hey, you clicked on this video because you want to learn how to make a song like this? Now let's record a song. Before writing, you need to decide on the BPM. In this genre, there is quite a wide range of BPM, so base it on what you want to write. I will choose 140. I want to say that I will take all the sounds from my drum kit, which I made quite recently, and I'm actively expanding. You can download it in my Telegram channel and via the link in the description. The drum kit has everything you need to get started and is completely free. I decided to start with this lead from Serum. I really liked it, and I will write a relatively simple melody with it. To be honest, I can't recommend anything here, and there are no hints, just try to come up with a melody in your head and then develop it. As an example, I will start with the note A, and on the metronome beat, write another note lower, following the next note of my key. In my case, this is the note G. Then I go even lower and do a small run. In the next part, I repeat everything, only changing the notes using semitones. On processing. An equalizer with this EQ curve. OTT with a depth of 26%. Supernova for a pleasant space. Valhalla delay so the melody doesn't sound too dry. Blockchain for even more space and a pleasant sound. An effector with a lo-fi preset for a slight dissonance. Next, I took a PAD and wrote it following the notes of the key, just to fill out the melody. On processing, an equalizer where I cut the highs and slightly the mids, Destructor with a lo-fi preset for a slight dissonance, and Soothe 2, which will remove all unnecessary noise. Now we move on to the pluck. It will also be used to fill out the melody. I simply copied the notes from the first melody and slightly complemented them. On processing, an equalizer where I cut the low and high frequencies, boosting the mids. OTT with a depth of 23%. Valhalla shimmer for space. Blockchain for enhancement. Purely to complement and strengthen the beginning of the track and the drop, I took a wrist bass and wrote it exactly the same way as I wrote the PAD. On processing, an equalizer where I cut the highs and added sub-frequencies, OTT working at 26%, blockchain for a more spacious sound and enhancement. Then all that remains is the hardstyle kick, and you can add an impact if you wish. I will use it purely for sidechain. We write them simply following the notes of the wrist bass and create some interesting rhythm. For processing, we have an equalizer, where I boosted the high and low frequencies, OTT working at 18%, sausage fattener for a denser sound, Also, for the second part of our track, I made a kick rhythm in the style of Brazilian funk, which, as it seemed to me, sounds pretty good. On the master channel, Camel Crusher for distortion, OTT working at 29%, Fresh Air for space, Ozone Imager with the gentle width preset, Effector with the lo-fi preset for a dirty sound, and finally Blockchain for space and final processing. All that remains is to add effects. And our track is ready. How and where did I place the effects? Now there will be a part where you will see everything clearly.
Vagabunda com a xota do pau, vagabai, 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 sapai, vagabai, 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 vagabunda com a xota do pau, vagabai, 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 sapai, vagabai, 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 vagabunda com a xota do pau, vagabai, 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 vagabai,
Before I show you the result, please subscribe to my Telegram channel. A lot of useful information and FLP projects will be posted there, and I also have my own TikTok. Soon, I plan to release my music on platforms, but for that, I need your support. Let's move on to the final part.